Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Mondo Gecko and Kerma from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line from NECA Toys. And first off, we got to talk about this packaging. I absolutely love how NECA makes these look like the old FHE video cassettes from back in the day. They have the cover here, and the video cassettes usually had like 1 or 2 episodes. And sometimes it would just be the name of an episode, but sometimes they would have kind of their own creative title that kind of linked all the episodes that were included. So here we just have Shred Mondo Shred. Nice picture of Mondo here on the front. Over here on the side, we have NECA written in the old like style of the FHE logo. You have Ninja Turtles, again, Volume 5 down here. So I just love that. I absolutely think that's such a brilliant move, such a smart play, and I really just makes me appreciate this packaging all the more. If we take a look at the back here, again, very reminiscent of the original video cassettes. They usually had a larger picture with some episode descriptions and then some screen grabs. But instead of screen grabs, they just have various pictures of the figures. And instead of an episode description, we have kind of a small bio for each of the characters. So very, very well done. Got to give it to NECA for the packaging. Absolutely fantastic. You can also open this up. There's a little piece of Velcro here. And it gives us a look at the figures and accessories over here. And then you just get kind of a nice press shot of the figure over here. So really fantastic. Love the packaging. Let's go ahead. Let's get these two out of the box and we'll take a closer look. So taking a closer look at the two figures out of the box, we'll start over here with Kerma just because there's not a ton to do with him, honestly, but he's a fun little figure. Love the molding. Love all the detail. I think he looks fantastic. Now, because he's not a full figure, he doesn't have full articulation. He does have some head movement here. You can look up. You can look down, side to side. You can tilt a little bit side to side as well. But it's just really nice molding. I absolutely love the job they did with the face sculpt here. Really looks great. I love his happy little expression. He's got hinges here for the shoulders as well as a rotation. You can rotate the hands. And then the legs really just kind of rotate side to side. There's no knees or anything like that. So he's definitely a more basic figure because he's kind of just a pack-in. But they did a nice job with him. Looks great. Stands very well. No problems there. Moving on to Mondo Gecko, the main course here. He looks really good. I think they did such a good job with this. He pegs onto the skateboard. There is one little peg over here that you can peg him onto, which is nice because then he stays pretty well balanced on the skateboard. Let me see if I can get him to stand here. You have this big tail, so it's a little difficult to get him to balance, but let's take a quick look at the skateboard itself. Really nice, nicely painted. That's not a sticker or anything like that. He's got the jets out the back. The wheels all roll very well. It's definitely a nice big skateboard. And either of the characters can fit on it. He's got pegs on his feet as well. So if you want Kermit to ride around on the skateboard, it's totally doable. So I will put the skateboard to the side for now. And let's take a look at the figure. Again, I just think he looks fantastic. Really captured the animation style for this guy. I love the tail. The tail is just super colorful and fun. I love this color blue. It goes well with the green and the orange. Now the tail's a little bit softer material, which I will say makes it a lot easier to attach. It does come separate in the box, and you have to pop it onto the ball joint back here. But because it's kind of a softer material, it's a heck of a lot easier to do. But again, you have nice range of motion there because it is on a ball joint, so you can kind of tilt side to side, up and down. Really nice. The head looks fantastic. The mouth does open and close. Now, if you close it all the way, he's got a definite overbite there. And it is a little difficult to get the mouth open again just because of that overbite. But you can definitely get your finger in there. And it opens about that wide. But you can see they painted the tongue. Looks great. He's got the backwards hat, the ponytail. Now, he's got 2 points of articulation in the neck. He's got a ball joint at the base of the neck, and then he's also got another one at the base of the skull. So you can move the head side to side, up and down, tilt it a little side to side, but a lot of that is from the base of the neck. But between the two of them, you can get a lot of nice posability there. Let me see if I can get that mouth open again. There we go. So yeah, really like the head sculpt on him. Moving on, you have nice hinge and rotation here in the shoulders. You have a bicep swivel. You have a single jointed elbow that also has a swivel. You have a joint in the wrist as well as a swivel there. You have kind of a ball joint here in the middle of the torso. I don't think he also has... Oh, no, he does. He does have a swivel in the waist as well. I tried to move it earlier and I couldn't get it to move, but now it's moving perfectly fine. The hips are a little loose. It's not a huge problem, and I mean, it's preferable to what we've had in the past where sometimes they're a little locked up. That is one thing I will say about this figure. Right out of the box, didn't have to heat anything or anything like that. Everything was nice and movable, no problems whatsoever. But he can kind of kick out to the side, kick a little forward. You have, it's kind of like a hinge and a ball joint, so if I can get in here a little bit, you can see the ball joint for the hip, but then there's also a thigh swivel as well, so you have a decent amount of movement there. You have a swivel here where the leg pops out of the shorts. You have a double jointed knee, so a lot of nice movement there as well. And then down here in the ankle, you have a hinge as well as a kind of side-to-side rocker. So really great articulation for this guy. And like I said, all the joints are really nice. I didn't really have any paint cracking, which is fantastic. There's a little bit on the extra set of hands, but it's really not too bad. Now you can see here he comes with kind of the open palms to kind of keep his balance on the skateboard. That's what he comes packed with in the box. But he also has like a set of grasping hands. So if I can get him to balance here. He does come with a set of gripping hands. And that's because he comes with a ton of accessories. So he's got kind of a bag of loot, because he does kind of start off as a thief in the cartoon. He comes with a blaster, which I don't really remember, but I'm willing to go with it. He just has an extra blaster. And I'm pretty sure we've seen this exact blaster before with foot soldiers and things in the past, so I don't think this is anything new. He does come with a small unmutated gecko, just like the frogs came with the unmutated frogs, which is really fun. Then you also get this bomb, which I'm sure is episode specific, but I just really don't remember it. But it's got the little countdown here and the little TNTs all wired up. So it's a pretty cool little accessory here. And then we have this bracelet, which I also don't remember, but this can kind of break apart. And I'm assuming it, as I flip the pieces all over the place. Wow. So you can break this apart and I assume put it over his wrist. We'll go ahead and give it a shot. And then you can kind of peg it back on. So again, I'm sure this is episode specific. I just really don't remember it. But it's very cool. It works great. It splits apart very nice when you're not flipping it across the room. Let me see if I can do it this time without launching it. Nope, can't do it. So here you go. You can see it's just got a couple of pegs. And it just pegs into itself pretty easily. But yeah, it's a really cool accessory. Like I said, I really don't remember what it's from. But it's very nicely painted and detailed. And it comes apart and goes back together really well. So very, very cool there. And that about does it for the accessories. But honestly, this is a really nice set. I'm really happy with this. Like I said, I didn't run into any super stiff joints. Sometimes with NECA in the past, you have really stiff joints and you get kind of nervous to move them. But right out of the box, both of these guys, everything moves well, looks great, fantastic paint applications. Didn't really have any problem with paint chipping. A little bit on the extra set of hands. And I feel like this is where I run into it the most with the wrist joints here. But it's better than usual. So I feel like they're making changes and things are definitely getting better. But this is a really great figure set. I really like this a lot. I think they did a really fantastic job with this one. I mean, just the level of detail and the paint applications and the color scheme is so fun as well. You have this kind of teal blue with the two shades of green that they do for the kind of, you know, cartoon shading. And I love the tail. I keep going back to the tail, but these three colors together just look so great. And the tail just really works. I think for once making it out of the soft plastic was definitely the way to go. I'm not a huge fan of soft rubbery plastic, but I think this definitely works, especially with how small it is. I think it just makes sense if they would have made something this small and thin. A harder plastic, it would have been too brittle and probably would have run into problems, especially when you're trying to plug it in, because it's a pretty large ball joint that fits into the tail, and with it being a softer plastic, it was much easier to pop it on there. So I really love it. I really do. I don't really have anything to complain about, honestly. I mean, I guess, like I said, the hips are a little loose, but it's not terrible. I mean, they're not flopping around, anything like that, so it's not really an issue. And yeah, I really love this guy. I'm really glad I decided to pick this up. Another thing I want to give a shout out to NECA. These were available on their website. So there was a time when this and Muckman were just available on the website. I went and bought it. They shipped it to me, no hassle, was absolutely fantastic. But I've had friends find these at Target after I'd ordered mine. So they are available at Targets as well. So if you're looking for these guys, unfortunately, the window to get them from the NECA website has closed. But they will be showing up at Targets just like all the other cartoon figures. They are exclusive to Target, so that's where to check out if you're looking for these guys. So yeah, I love them. I definitely think the accessories are great. The figures are great. Very, very minor issues, and definitely recommend picking this one up. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.